What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, we're coming back to the ocean. Yes, indeed, the Ocean Fans Feeling You. Come on now. Here we go. This is a request from Mark Deccan, and this is actually Mark Deccan's prioritized request for the month of July for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, Mark. I hope you enjoy the show, man. Mark wanted to see me react to the ocean with a tune called Jurassic Cretaceous. And apparently this is a live performance, so that's always a good thing in my book. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Metal Blade Records, okay? And the video has 42,242 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. The Ocean, Jurassic Cretaceous, live at Roadburn Redo. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Are we in 3? Wait a second. I'm going to listen to that whole thing again. I think we're in 3-4. I think. Maybe not. That intro. All accent hits. Every single thing. Pop, 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 pop. Everything's on the accents. And the accents are so strangely placed. But we are in 3. Wow. It's throwing me off. I mean, I know we're in 3 now. I know I'm locked into it now, but man, it is not easy to stay locked into this. Good Lord. Whew. Huh. Oh boy. No, it's tricky, man. It is very, very tricky. But I like their approach with just accent, 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 accent. Everything is just accented. Everything's just attack, attack, attack. There's no sustained chords. There's no fills. There's no, it's just, everything is just impact, 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 impact. Very, very effective. I like it. I like that intro.
Pieces are shattered once again. You're no longer innocent. And no, this did not come out of the blue. Well, how exactly do you expect me to react when you keep pushing it? Keep pushing the needle in.
We switched from 3/4 to 6/8. That's great. And they did it smoothly too. Like I almost missed it. I think they did it right at the beginning of this phrase. They switched to 6/8. But here's the thing. I don't think that, I mean, okay. Here's the thing though. I think they're playing 6/8. And they're putting the accent on the 5 of one phrase and on the 7 of the next phrase. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the accent. And then they hit the 6, move on to the next phrase. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the accent. But by doing it that way, it makes it feel like it's 6 and 5, 6 and 7. That's how it feels. But the reality is it's 6, 6, 6, 6. Or maybe it's 11, 8 and 13, 8. It'll all add up to 24, right? Whether it's 6, 6, 6, 6, or 6, 5, 6, 7, or 11 and 13. Doesn't matter. It all adds up to 24. It all lines up and comes back on the downbeat of 1 of the 5th measure. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter how they get there. So either way, it sounds great. I mean, personally, I hope it's 6, 6, 6, 6, and they're just putting the accent on 5 of the 2nd measure, and then the accent of 6 on the 4th measure to make it feel like it's 6, 5, 6, 7, but it's really 6, 6, 6, 6. I hope that's how it really is. That is some intense songwriting if that's how they do it. You gotta be on your game when it comes to counting because you got to hit those accents in unison. It's great when everybody hits the accent except one person who comes in either early or late, and everybody in the band just looks at that one person like, really? You're gonna be that guy? Happened many, many times. Me as the one looking, and a few times with me being the one that's looked at. So I can relate. Anyway, let's keep going here. This is impressive.
This would be never ending. Humans naked in the planet's glow. But now it's clear collision is impending. When are exactly do you expect me to react when you keep pushing it?
Extra. Maybe it is. Maybe it is 11 and 13. See, but that section right there was 6, 6, 6, 6 straight. It was straight 4 measures of 6. So, but the prior to that, it felt like the 6 and 5, 6 and 7, or again 11 and 13. They keep switching between those two phrasings. I'm just, for simplification, I'm just gonna say 11, 13. Even though that's probably not it. It probably is 6, 6, 6, 6 with the accents, but it feels like 6, 5, 6, 7. But to simplify it, I'm just going to call it 11 and 13. So the switching between the 11, 13, and straight 6. Dang. Talk about a play on feel. That is great, man. Digging it. Digging it. Digging it for sure. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Straight 6 there. Very Tool-esque. Oh, yeah. Very Tool-esque. We got the delay on the guitar, and the delay is set at a time that is matching up with the next guitar string hit. Very Tool-esque, and then in comes the bass following, coming out of that come down, that not really a breakdown, but coming down that dynamic decrescendo. The only thing that's missing is delay on the bass. The bass is clean. There's no delay on it. If they put delay on the bass, that would just be straight up a carbon copy of Tool. But I like the approach. I can see the influence of Tool on this band for sure. But yeah, so far so good, man. I'm digging this. Come back to the intro. Coming back to the intro, and they're not even done with the song yet, but coming back to the intro just to re-emphasize and not coming around full circle, coming around mid-circle, coming around and going back to that impactful part. And the reason for that is because they know, as songwriters, how impactful that beginning was. So why not come back to it? Why not put it back in the middle of the song? Knowing it's a long song, knowing that, how long? It was 13 minutes? So over a 13-minute long song. So knowing that the song is going to be over 13 minutes, why not come back to it? Why not take that opportunity, bring it back, and help break up the monotony of that pattern? Now look, don't get me wrong. The pattern they've come up with is cool. Transition between that 11 and that 13, and then with straight 6. You know, I mean, it's great. Don't get me wrong. It's a fascinating pattern. I love what I'm hearing. But at the same time, if they're going to do that, just follow that for 13 minutes straight, it's going to get monotonous. I'm sorry. It's going to. There's no avoiding that. So taking that opportunity to bring the intro back, put it in the middle of the song and break it up, stop it from becoming monotonous. Smart songwriting. It's very smart. There's nothing wrong with bringing back the intro and putting it back in the middle of the song. Why not? Why not? It's a 13-minute song. Do everything you can to give your song every advantage possible to be as interesting and as entertaining as possible, and ultimately as enjoyable as possible. I think it's smart songwriting. I know a lot of people may criticize that and you're just going back and rehashing what you already did. So what? So what? What's wrong with that? I don't see a problem. I really don't. Oh, it's lazy. It's not lazy. It's intelligent. Taking something that you know for a fact is going to be different, something that's going to be impactful and have a serious effect on the song. Why not? Why not? Anyway, let's keep going here. Back into 3. Maybe not. Wait a minute. Am I wrong about that? Hold on. I'm an idiot. I should have caught that. Why didn't I catch that? Okay, I was wrong about the intro. It's not in well, I mean, technically it's still 3/4, technically. But what they're doing, okay, here's what they're doing with the intro and with this section here. They're playing the 11-13 pattern. They're playing that 11-13 pattern, that 6-5, 6-7. But they're playing it in a 3/4 feel, straight. No 3 count. It doesn't feel like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The accents are not on the 1 and the 4. The accents are on the 1, 3, and 5. So it's straight. It feels like straight 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's how it feels. And that's all. That is all because of the drummer. The drummer's pattern is emulating that 3/4 time signature, but they're playing the 11, the 6 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7. They're playing that with a straight 3 feel. Good Lord. It fooled me. It absolutely fooled me. I thought I was right about being in 3/4. Nope. It's not 3/4. I mean, technically it is. I mean, if you really want to break it down, I mean, if you really want to get nitpicky, it can be. But it makes more sense to play it the way they're playing it with that, the guitar, bass, everybody in that 6 feel, the 6/8 feel, but the drummer is playing a straight 3 pattern feel. So it's smart, man. It's a great mesh up. It all works. It all fits. Fooled me, man. Absolutely fooled me. Okay. I'm going to do a breakdown. Love that. Playing on the rim like that. Very effective. Nice lead in. I loved that section. Here's why. They came down, keyboards came in, synthesizer came in, followed by the drummer on the rim of the snare, not playing the skins, just doing a rudimentary pattern on the rim. Very nice, nice touch, smart drumming. Let it have a chance to build. Drummer fills a slight crescendoing fill into a pattern now where he is playing lightly on the skins and on the cymbals. Bass player comes in with that. It builds. In comes vocals. Now, at this point, now we have synthesizer, drums, bass, and vocals. Vocals get added on top of that. Another layer, another build, right? Everybody, we start to grow, we're crescendoing slowly, hit an apex. Everybody lays out, except the vocals, who sustain. They don't get any louder. Vocals just sustain, and they hit that note at the apex, and they hold. Enter the band in full to match. Very, very smart. Dug it. Dug that. I'm digging this song, man. See what I mean? We switched up approach here. Tara's taking a much more aggressive approach to their playing, coming forward more in the mix. Even the vocal style changed a little bit more, not less legato and more about more of the emphasis on the attack. Just coming in hard now with each entrance. Nice. Where did that happen? That gradual, it felt sudden, but I might be wrong. You know what? I'm going to go back again. I'm sorry. I got to go back. Nope, I don't care. Hey, it's my show. If I want to go back, we're going to go back. I don't care what the reason is. Look, I want to see how they did that. Did they do that gradually, or did they did that just immediate? Was it just sudden? I want to know. It was sudden. Okay. Double kick. Great, Phil. Very aggressive bridge right there. Nice. Really nice. I like the approach. Oh my God, the drumming. Whew, that double kick was nasty. Dear Lord. I can't even trying to register in my head what he was doing. In a 6/8 pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He was doing, on his double kick, he was doing 30-second notes in a 6/8 feel. Good Lord. Oh my God. And it was so clean. His double kick was going right with the guitars, right with it. And it was, it was so clean. Man alive. I think this might be the best song I've heard from the Ocean. I think it might be. Good pick, Mark. Really, really good pick. How much time do you have? Only 2 minutes left. This song has flown by. I know it says 11:03. It doesn't feel like 11 minutes have gone by. It feels like 7. 7 or it's like 7 to 8. That's where I'm feeling right now. But we're at 11. Doesn't feel like that. It really doesn't. Let's keep going. Going back to that Tool-esque breakdown. Here we go again with that double kick. Nice accents. Wow. Wow. There's a lot I want to say, but I don't want to say it without making sure, 100% sure, that what I'm going to say is appropriate and accurate. I mean, it's not based on anything fact. It's all based on opinion, on my opinion. But before I say these things, I want to make sure that I mean what I'm going to say. I better listen. If I'm going to say it, I better mean it, because I need to stand behind what I say. Number one. Number two, I want to make sure that what I'm going to say is accurate. So I need to really dig back in my memories and really think hard. Give me a couple of minutes to get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review. We're going to talk about this. Well, there you go, folks. That was The Ocean with Jurassic Cretaceous. This was a request from Mark Decken, and this was actually Mark's prioritized request for the month of July for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Mark. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. Oh boy. Okay. I had to think about this because I'm going to make some comments here, and I'm going to make some statements here. Now, the comments and statements I'm going to make are all based on opinion, okay? They're just based on opinion, the things I had to think about. It's all based on opinion. But I wanted to make sure, before I made these statements, that I was being accurate and I was being honest, because I'm going to make these statements and I got to stand behind them. I gotta back them up, and I gotta say, yes, I believe in what I'm saying. You know, I had to make sure. So after doing some serious thinking and soul searching, basically, I'm ready to make those statements. But before I do, I'm gonna give my score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that a 9.2. Yep, 9.2. You heard me. I didn't stutter. That is the score I feel this song deserves. Let me tell you why.
Why?
This song was excellent. I enjoyed the hell out of the song. Okay, let me tell you why now. This is where I gotta back it up, okay? This is where I gotta make statements that they're all opinion, okay? But I gotta be able to back these things up. Out of all the songs from The Ocean I've heard like 3 other songs for them, I think. I think this is the 4th one I've done. I may be wrong about that. But I can say, with 100% certainty, I think this is the best song from The Ocean that I've heard, okay? Now, I haven't heard all of them, obviously, but out of the 3 or 4 that I've experienced now, this is my favorite out of all of them. This is a tremendously well-executed, well-thought-out, well-written song. Without question, I think this is their best work, okay? I thoroughly enjoyed this. Now, first of all, the first big giveaway is this. And this right here will pretty much sum up my entire experience with the song. The song is 13 minutes and 21 seconds, 24 seconds, something like that. It didn't feel like it. It really didn't. This song felt like 9 minutes, 10 minutes tops. It did not feel like 13. The time flew by on this song. The song did not feel overdone. The song did not feel repetitive. The song did not feel monotonous. Even though there were some repetitive parts, it didn't feel repetitive. There were like 3 or 4 specific parts that they would come back to, and they kept coming back to. But here's the thing. They would space them out and make the parts long enough that when they did come back, like the intro, for example, when they brought the intro back in, 6 minutes had gone by. Now, if they had brought the intro back and done the intro like 4 times, then I would start saying, okay, this is getting a little repetitive. That's a little bit much. They brought it back once and put it in the middle of the song. I don't have a problem with that. They also were introducing new parts afterwards. So it wasn't like intro, verse, chorus, intro, verse, chorus, intro, verse, chorus. No, they brought breakdowns in there. They put a bridge in there. They brought in another brand new, like a second chorus almost. No, look, they kept introducing new parts. So it never felt repetitive. And like I said, they never brought the parts back more than twice. So it was really, really smart song design, song structure. Now, within the song structure, we had some amazing work. Let's start with that intro. I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong. It was not 3/4. Well, I mean, technically it could be. Okay, by letter of the law, you could take 6/8, you could take 3/4, okay? And they're gonna be the exact same thing, right? 6/8 notes within a measure, right? Okay, so in 3/4 there are 6/8 notes. In 6/8 there are 6/8 notes, right? Okay, so they will line up. At that point, it comes down to feel. 3/4 is very straight ahead. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Where 6/8 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it's still 6/8 notes, right? Okay, I was thrown off because of how they were approaching their 6/8. It was straight, but it was because of the accents, it felt straight. They would play like 2 8 notes together. Ba da, ba ba ba, ba da, and they were taking a straight approach, but when you count it, when you really count it, it is 8 notes. So I mean, you could go 3/4, but I'm leaning more towards 6/8 on this. I don't know why, but I'm leaning towards 6/8. Could be 3/4, but I'm leaning towards 6/8. And the reason I'm leaning towards 6/8 is because they brought that 11 and 13 feel into the mix. So that's why I'm leaning toward the 6/8. It felt like 6, 5, 6, 7. Or I already went over that in the reaction. I'm not going to try and explain it again. I already did it in the reaction. If you missed it, go back and watch. That intro was fantastic. I'm glad they brought it back because it was that impactful. The rest of the song, playing with that 6, 5, 6, 7 feel, and then doing straight 6 on top of it, felt good. It felt really good. And then they went into like a straight 3/4, but that was because of what the drummer was doing. Guitar, bass were still playing in that 6/8 feel, but the drummer was following them, but doing a pattern that would emulate 3/4, straight 3/4. Smart, man. That felt good. It did. It threw me for a loop, but it wasn't such a big loop that I got lost. You know what I mean? It wasn't such a big loop that I couldn't count it anymore. It was very countable. I'm gonna get back to that more in a second. The vocals on this were were fantastic, man. I loved the vocals on this. His attacks, his vocal style would change with each part. He didn't stay loud. He came down. He was following the dynamics of the song and the flow of the song with his approach, which I could absolutely appreciate. Showed some great power, some really good range, but more importantly, some diversity in his approach and in his attacks, which was great because it, again, anything that you could do to help the song not sound monotonous is always welcome, especially with a longer song like this. So great job on his part. I loved the Tool breakdown, the Tool-esque breakdown, where the guitar came in using that delay patch, and then bass entered with him later. The only thing was the bass didn't have a delay on it. If the bass had had a delay on it as well, I would have been like, okay, yeah, they're just straight ripping Tool right now. But you can still hear the Tool influences without question. The aggressive feel on the song felt good. I loved the breakdowns when they would come down, give themselves a chance to build and build and build and build. I loved how they did it where the instrumentation would cut out, the vocalist hit the apex, held the note, band comes in unison. That was nice. I dug that as well. Listen, I dug everything about this song. What summed it up for me more than anything was the fact that it felt like the song just flew by. That's an absolute telltale for me. I've always said this about longer songs. I don't have a problem with long songs as long as I'm enjoying them, as long as they are, keeping me engaged and keeping me entertained. As a matter of fact, when you have a longer song like this that keeps me engaged and entertained, the score is going to be a little bit higher because it accomplished a very difficult feat, keeping my attention for 13 minutes. It's not easy to do. So great job on their part. Now, on the flip side, if you have a long song like 13 minutes long and it sucks and it's boring and I'm not enjoying myself, I equate that to torture. So yes, the score is going to come down quite a bit. So no, I enjoyed the hell out of this song. The last thing I'm going to conclude with is this. I have no problem at all with bands getting complex. I have no problem with bands taking liberties like they did, where they were literally taking a 6/8 feel and making it feel like instead of 6/6/6/6, they made it feel like 6/5/6/7, just because of the attack placements, just because of the putting the attack on 6 to make it feel like it was 5. You hit the downbeat you hit the emphasis on the 6 of that second measure to make it feel like it's 6 and 5 with a downbeat of 1 on what's actually 6, and then doing the same thing on making the next section feel like 6 and 7. Smart move, man, very smart. But here's the thing. It wasn't like they kept changing time signatures. All they were doing was, or maybe they were, maybe it was 6/8/5/8, 6/8/7/8. Maybe it was, or maybe it was 11/8 and 13/8. But here's the thing, it was constant. It was constant. You could easily follow it, okay? And then it would switch to 6/6/6/6. Easy transition, okay? This song was not hard to follow, okay? It was challenging. I'm not gonna lie. I had to count, okay? And I have no problem with counting. I enjoy counting, okay? I don't enjoy counting though when you are just constantly changing time signatures, like every 2 measures. And there's no actual pattern. It's just, we're gonna start in 3/8, let's go to 4/4, and then from 4/4, we're gonna go to 6/8, from 6/8, we're gonna go to 3/4, and then from 3/4, we're gonna go to 13/8, from 13/8, we're gonna go to 17/8, now from 17/8, we're gonna go to, 15/16, and from 15/16, we're gonna go back to 3/4, and we're gonna do this every 2 measures. Now I'm getting upset. Why? Why do that? There's absolutely no point to that, other than to try and whip out, there it is. Check out how my music theory. Check it out. Let me pull it out of my pants. Hold on. There it is. Check out my songwriting ability. Who cares? At the end of the day, try to groove to that. Good luck. It's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work. This is one of the reasons why I fell out of love and I became disenchanted with Dream Theater. They started putting way too much emphasis and way too much attention on how complex they can make their songs, how difficult they can make their songs. I'm all for making difficult songs. I'm all for, challenging people, but at the same time, if you make it so complex and so difficult that you can't groove to it, I'm sorry, you've lost me. I just did a reaction not too long, yesterday in fact, I did a reaction to a band called Car Bomb. Man, that song was all over the place. It made no sense. They seriously would change time signatures every 2 measures, and it's like, why? Why don't you just stay in that one time signature for seriously 16 measures, then go ahead and change to the next time signature. Give your audience a chance to settle in and groove to what you're playing. But instead, they kept changing the time signature rapidly, so much so that it was infuriating. It really was, and as a result, the score reflected that. No, this, done well, very done well. It was a pleasure to listen to this song, and I absolutely enjoyed it. I will be listening to this song again, I guarantee it. So 9.2 is where we're at, 9.2 is where we're gonna stay. So 9.2, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.